What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are back. We are live. We are here at back home, back in the studio, back to doing builds, back to normalcy. I think that's like the whole thing that we're trying to have here. So it's good to be home. It's good to be back. It's good to be back to normalcy. Sorry about last week. Really did try to come back and just catch up was kind of a crazy time, but it's so good to have everybody here. Wow, already getting so many subs, so I really appreciate that. Guys, we have literally months of regular streams, and one of the things that's super cool is we've actually started talking about how we can maintain streams when I am gone. So we're looking at bringing in some really epic, oh, we're almost at a hype train. We're looking at bringing in some guest streamers, so that way when we do stream, you guys will still have Robeytech streams. It just may not be me on them, but that way you guys always get your weekly fixes of builds and all that sort of stuff. So if you guys have ideas and all that sort of stuff, it should be really cool. But for those who don't know me, because I've been gone for so long, my name is Justin Robey, aka Robeytech. So good to be here. I am a PC build TechTuber who used to be mostly a tech streamer and then now has kind of switched more to the YouTube side and now is trying to make sure that I get back with the streaming side. So I'm so glad to have you there. I'll be honest, man, I was meeting with Kevin Washaleski, aka Final Boss, and we were just talking about how do we make sure we stick with our roots. And I just feel, for lack of a better term, I just kind of feel bad because all in all, this was just such a critical part of our building and what we do and all that sort of stuff. So as you can see, we're doing things like we've got Brian here. We're gonna mic him up next week so that way, next stream, so that way he can actually talk on the stream and really just kind of bring the vibe back to where it needed to be. I need to make sure, okay, and the audio is recording. So to bring it kind of back, to bring back the roots and really just get back to our live roots, which is what we did from the beginning. So good to have you guys here. Yeah, hopefully more than 2 a week. Yeah, we're gonna get these going because honestly, we just need to, right? Like it's the best way to just really kind of have these authentic moments with new pieces of hardware, like the Lancool 217, like when we have like new cases like the Dark Flash, like the Corsair 4500X. Like this is the best way to do it and really just kind of have a moment with you guys. So thank you for your patience. Thanks for returning. Am I surprised there's not as many people here? No, but I think over the next 3 to 5 months, you guys will start to see those numbers go back up as we really kind of push to get the live sections up and going again. So thank you. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for being consistent, and thank you for being back. Let's talk about what we're doing today. Today we're playing with the Lancool 217. And the Lancool 217 is an interesting case, guys, because obviously Lian Li has just been one of the masters when it comes to innovation from cases. The Lancool 216, which is actually what our streaming PC runs off of, is sitting down here. It's cool to do with this one. They've made some changes to kind of make things interesting. First and foremost, they've got multiple fan setups here. They've got one that is like literally these beautiful 200mm fans that are at the front that you can put in either GPU mode or CPU mode. It comes with 5 fans pre-installed. Our review of it was actually, it was in a good spot. People were a little frustrated that it wasn't higher. We're potentially gonna retest it. We're just gonna verify that our data is good, which I don't know why it wouldn't be, but again, when we have enough people ask questions, we're like, you know what, we'll go check it one more time. So we'll look for an updated answer to that a little bit later on, but really excited to build inside of this. The other thing that's really neat is you have this unique way of installing the PSU. So not only, and you know, Brian's very aware of this because he had to shoot extra B-roll, but not only can you install the PSU standard with the power coming out of the back, but you now also have the option of installing the PSU sideways, so it comes off of the side here. And so if you use things like the Lian Li Edge and stuff like that, it makes it a little bit easier to use PSUs like that, which obviously Lian Li has their Edge, and then their brand new one, which actually has a rotatable, I don't know if you saw my story on that, but a rotatable power connection, which is actually pretty neat. So it's cool to see innovation even in the PSU section, and you know, obviously the temps with the amount of airflow in this that I expect to do very well. The other thing that's actually kind of crazy is that this case can also use like workstation level motherboards and above EATX, almost like these massive ones, and they've got actually rubber grommets when we get to the case teardown that are all the way at the front of the case, which is absolutely crazy. So a lot to be kind of excited about here, some innovation, and then the last thing is it's actually got 2 power buttons. We've got 1 power button here, and then we've got another power button up here. So we've got 2 different power buttons. Wow, okay, well, I'm just gonna stop and just say huge thank you to Zemu for the 10 gifted subs, Berg Breezer, to Sergeant Nobody for the 10 gifted subs, for Bloody Creepy for the subs, for Landsworth for the 5 gifted subs, for Figment for the 1 tier 1 sub, Bittersweet for the 1 tier 1 sub, and Tiny Trainer, as well as In Need of Temperance. All of you guys, thank you so much for all of those subs. You guys are amazing. I mean, we got a level 5 hype train. So you know what, I'll tell you what, at the end, we'll do a cool little giveaway. We'll give away a $25 Nui gift card just as a thank you for all the awesome subs. We haven't done that kind of hype or anything like that, but let me tell you, head over to discord.gg/Robeytech. Let us know what other kind of things you'd love to see. By the way, Sergeant Nobody, did you actually, if you're here, I know you are because you just gave me gifted subs, did you get Elden Ring? Did you actually buy Elden Ring? I was curious. I just want to get an update on that. But yeah, let us know other things you guys would like to see maybe a little bit more of. I'd love to know if some other things. Josh Wood, thank you for the sub. Eternal Rage, thank you for the sub. 10 months from Josh Wood at tier 3, 36 months at tier 1, and a total of 60 months from Eternal Rage. So thank you very much for that. Yeah, I just got it the other day. Time for a game stream. Yeah, I feel like we need to do a real... I need to do an Elden Ring stream, so okay, that's good. So we go from there. Smoke test. Yes, we should get the smoke. I think the smoke thing is downstairs. So I'll tell you what, when we'll have a moment where Brian can run downstairs, and we'll get that a little bit later on when we do the little end section. It's not my birthday. No, it's just you guys being amazing. Okay, so let's talk about the parts we're putting inside of this. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put something new. Not new for a different reason. So we're actually gonna put the Intel Core Ultra 7 265K inside of this. Now you might be saying, Robey, nobody's buying Intel Core Ultra. Not true, because this thing is freaking cheap, right? Like, I think, what's the price on this now? It's like, it dropped by $100 bucks. I think it's like 200 and something dollars. And number 2, they just released Core Ultra 200S Boost, which means you get a free 15% just by checking one thing in the BIOS. It's warranty-backed performance. So we're gonna throw this in here and just see what that does. It should be in all of the Z890 Mobos. Hopefully we have it on ours. We're gonna find out, and I figured we'd just test it live. So that's why we actually did a Core Ultra 7 265K inside of today's build. So that's the first part right here. Next thing we're gonna grab is our motherboard using ROG Strix, the ROG Strix Z890-F gaming Wi-Fi. So yeah, we're gonna be basically using that. We've done so many TUF, so this is only a $2,000 build with a 5070 in it. Yes, that is pricey for a 5070 build, but I wanted to show off some different hardware options. Of course, there's things you could do if you wanted to save some money here. Drop to essentially a TUF board or even a Prime board if you wanted to save a little money. I will say these are incredible motherboards. Again, if you think about just upgradability and all the functionality and stuff like that you get with some of the stuff, sometimes you just want things to look good, so we're gonna make it look good. So we're spending a little money on aesthetics, but that's the thing that's so fun about PC DIY is that PC DIY I'll be honest, it allows us to express ourselves however we want. So I think that's always super fun. So there's our motherboard, the ROG Strix Z890-F. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do non-RGB RAM because we're using an air cooler on this. So we're gonna be using the Corsair Vengeance DDR5. This is 32 gigs at 6400 megatransfer. Obviously 6400 megatransfer is really good for Core Ultra 200S CPUs. And then we're gonna throw a 6000 megabits per second, 2 terabyte NV3. I'll be honest, guys, with how big games are, it feels like 2 terabytes, if you can do it, especially with the prices being as reasonable as they are for 2 terabytes. I know tariffs have kind of thrown this off, but tariffs are back down again, so who the heck knows what's actually happening. The cool thing is that you can get 2 terabytes for a pretty reasonable cost. So does a non-RGB version have a smaller form factor than the RGB version? Are you talking about, Joshua Wood, are you talking about the RAM, or are you talking about the cooler? Because the cooler, we are using the RGB version. RAM, you can get smaller, usually non-RGB, which is actually true. So yeah. Trying to see if there's any other questions. Okay, so there's that. Okay, for our cooler, we use this a lot, but we like it. The Phantom Spirit 120 SE ARGB for the Core Ultra 7. This is going to have more than enough cooling potential there, so it should be no problem whatsoever. I'll be honest, man. Thermalright, they're kind of killing it, right? We just got finished recording the review on their Frozen Note, and we did the Aqua Elite that just released. Dude, budget coolers, man. They got it kind of happening, and then a lot of stuff that they get for the price point, $32, $60 for their AIOs. Very, very impressed with what they're capable of doing comparatively to a lot of other folks. So yeah, Thermalright, this is going to be a more than light. Their Phantom Spirit at 120 SE is going to be an incredibly powerful enough air cooler, specifically given those 200mm fans in the Lian Li Lancool, that it should be absolutely great and feeding well from all the air we're going to throw into this stuff. Okay, for the GPU, we're going to be using the TUF Gaming GeForce RTX 5070. Honestly, some of this stuff is just to kind of show off some of the different cards. TUF Gaming, especially when we got, you know, it's funny, I was watching Jay's 2 Cents 5060 video, his 5060 review, and he was talking about people buying, you know, there's a tier in which buying higher end cards makes sense. It kind of feels like the 5070, maybe the 5070 Ti is kind of the beginning of that, but like buying like an Astral 5060 makes zero sense. But the 5070, the 5070 Ti, again, if you can kind of stay as close to that MSRP or as close to that price as you potentially can, it feels like there's just not a lot of room to push these cards. So TUF is just such a great option for a GPU, and at the same time, it also gives you, it looks good and it has all of the benefits like their GPU tweak, which reads a lot of stuff right off the card automatically and stuff like that. So like these cards, and it's going to work well. You can see we're trying to do a lot of ASUS stuff together to make sure we're minimally installing TSR type or resident programs like Armory Crate, etc., to just keeping that to a minimum. I swear the song is, no, it's just the stupid song. This song is not very good, and it's only one, and then if I switch it, it goes away. Yeah, because that's muted. Yeah, everything else is muted, so it's just that one song. I just think that song is terrible, so. All right, and then last thing on the list, and yes, we're not using it. We're not using the TUF, which I know always breaks people's heart, but we're gonna be using the Thermaltake. This is their, try not to put that up there, I guess. The Thermaltake, this is their TUF Power GF3 850 watt PSU. Guys, there may be a new favorite option of mine coming out here pretty soon. Is that gonna stay? Okay, good, it stayed. Look, that was like, I'm balancing things haphazardly, you know what I mean? But there may be a new PSU King kind of showing up here. When I was at Computex, I got to take a look at the Shift and and some of the new power supplies from the team over at Corsair. And I'll be honest, man, they have the same cables as the TUF, but they actually have cable combs on them, and they look super good. And at the same time, especially if you're doing IQ Link, they actually have IQ Link hubs built into some of their PSUs, so we may be seeing some Corsair ones starting to show up as well. Lian Li's also killing it in the cable space, so we'll be showing some of those off. So yeah, there's going to be some variation in the PSUs. I will say, I had an interesting conversation with Thermal Rob, or Thermal Mike as he's actually officially known, but I call him Thermal Rob. He hates the cables that are on some of those. So I figured I'd give some love to the team over at Thermaltake. They've always been a big supporter here, and throw off some of their PSUs, because I'd love to do a vote from the community, and let's see if we can get Blondie to get this set up. Are you Thermaltake type cable, or are you ASUS TUF Gold type cable? Let me know in the vote which one is the actual winner. So anyway, last part is obviously we're doing the Lian Li Lancool 217. So that is all of the parts, and then we have a single, which is why I have a tendency to use TUF, but we have the single Asia Horse PSU extension, just to make sure it comes out just that little bit of extra clean. Are the 5080s the only GPU, TUF GPU with the square edges? think this one, I think this has the same look. Am I wrong? Maybe you're right. I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. I don't want to give you the wrong information. So anyway, these are all the parts we're putting inside of this. It all fits inside of this little case right here. So let's get this all put away and then we'll start building the PC. What do you guys say? So Araxis, the ones that you'll see on the thermal take, they're like the standard plasticky, all grouped together, not individually sleeved, that kind of look. Between like, yeah, the cables on the TUF or the cables on like the thermal take. Let me know your thoughts. And I'm not gonna be offended if you do not vote my way. That's not the point. You don't have to vote like me. You can vote your own option, right? Like, I'd love to share stuff like that with the team over at Thermal Take or at Corsair and be like, hey, you know, the people have spoken, at least my audience, and they say this, you know what I mean? So, okay, let's get this. I just put away the motherboard because I'm dumb. So Araxis says he likes the normal PSU cables, not the tough gold type PSU cables. Okay. And I'd love to know why. Okay, Rarutu says the 5070, 5070 Ti, and 5080 are all the same cooler shroud on the TUF guard. So he does not like the more malleable cable. Hell, Robey, would you recommend staying away from the ASRock X870 board at the moment? I'm going to build an X870 9800X 3D build this summer. I know that they've come out, and there was an interview on Gamers Nexus. I did not watch it. I think they're by being on Gamers Nexus, because I think they responded themselves, that it's usually a good sign that they're trying to take care of it. So I would say no. I don't think you need to stay away from them. So I do not have the decibel meter. I think Kevin still has a decibel meter. Are you reading that out of order? Oh no, it showed it in order. Are you gonna do it Silverstone FLP? I want to. So I don't know if I know that nobody's watching, none of my team is watching this right now except for Brian. Brian's watching it, but he's not my production team. XWAS, so Blondie, can you send an email to myself and Jasmine so we can actually ask Silverstone to send us one of those cases? Because I do actually want to build in one of those. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, I'd like to build in that. Okay, so let's go to top down here. I'm sorry, I just took over control. Where is the remote? It's been so long. Oh, no, it's right here. Oh, sorry, yes, you can. It's gonna be I'll put this one on. Sorry, yeah, the live one, the real-time one. Yeah, that one works way better. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's get our CPU installed. Okay, got you. Okay, he prefers those. Okay, the tough ones. Okay, got it. So we're gonna get a vote going. Man, look at this. Are you team Thermal Take or team ASUS Gold? Okay. And the question is, if you voted Thermal Take, why? And it's not about the PSU, it's about the cables. So Andrew, I would recommend the TUF X870. What's wrong with that, Aziz? Aziz was like, shoot, this is live. I'm like, isn't that a good thing? Is that bad that it's live, Aziz? Put this away. I'm not. Yeah, it's not about the PSU. It's about, yeah. All right, there we go. I'm surprised at the answer, but I'd love to know why. There we go. Live or Memorex? Yeah. Maybe we're live on zip disk. We're live on zip disk, guys. Man, I feel like there's, as I'm doing this, like I'm finding myself like not doing what I normally do because I don't remember. Joshua Wood has been using 1,000 hamsters to power their wheel. Okay. TechWorks, so here, Brian, TechWorks is a guy, he wants the blank He wants the blank thing that you made for this, for the build mat, and you did. And I'm trying to get it to him, but it keeps not getting to him. So I need to, like, I don't know if you could put it on OneDrive or something, and then I can email that to him. So that way, he just, because it's too big. So there I go, TechWorks. He'll send it to me, and then I'll DM you the link. Dude, I just want to be honest. It's literally black, and it's just the right size. There's nothing else on it, but I'll send it to you. Yeah, I know, Arax, yeah, Sonic has them too. But anyway, I'll get it to you. I just reminded him he was there. We have been so busy with Computex. Okay, so let's get our RAM in. There's no clicks today. Easy Company 506, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you for all your work. The info sent me on my PC build is working great. Thanks again. You're welcome. Didn't ASUS get rid of onboard warning sounds? I don't know. Because I actually just use the digital readouts and the little blips. I did have a good time at Computex. It was very busy. I think he would even say it was very, very busy. But it was rewarding. Has anybody tried to cool a PSU? You mean like liquid cool it? Like, I throw water on mine all the time, but now my PC doesn't work, so that's probably not a good idea. Don't do what I did. Do I have a favorite memory from Computex? Yes, every time I ate Ichiran ramen. That always made me happy. I think, honestly, we had a dinner with, like, Paul's Hardware and Nay and Josh and Alex. We also had Trisha and Luke Lafrienne. We were all at Dozone, which, I mean, again, Dozone is already pretty awesome. Din Tai Fung. Yeah, not Dozone. Dozone would be the competitor. At Din Tai Fung, and it was really, really cool. Oh, yeah, Tarrant DePoets was there. It was, I think that was actually really, really special. I think, honestly, going around with my team, we went to the Palace, this Palace Museum and looked at lots of weird stuff, including the oldest pornography. As weird as that, guys, understand, this is not, I'm making it sound worse than it is, but it was like these snuff boxes for tobacco, and they had scandalous images on them. And it was like, and they even said 18 and older. You couldn't even see what was on them, but it was like pretty funny that there was like this stuff, and all these people were like, these people would go look and they'd be like, and you're like, what? So it was actually pretty funny. So, but it was interesting. Honestly, we had a lot of fun. There was a lot of good memories, but it was also very, very busy, very, very busy, and very, very hard work at the same time. Okay, let's grab our thing. Because I just want, it's not to say, like, it was not to mean that I go watch pornography. I'm just saying that this was just something interesting that they were like, this is the oldest, like, pornography. And you're like, wow, that's crazy. So, just want to set some clarity there.
Being the history buff that you are.
Yeah, I am. I like history, and I was like, this is super fascinating, but I didn't want to make it sound into something that it was actually, I was like, was that the best memory to share? No, but I'm still going to share it because it was super interesting, right? So. Do they really Bird Breezer? Because he told, oh my gosh. But because here's the thing, like, it's like, Mike was telling me that he doesn't like those cables, so that kind of surprises me. But they have the new cables as well, huh? Interesting. That's funny. Robey Gooner, I don't know what that means. Gooner, I don't even know, now they're using terms like, I feel like I'm hanging out with my kids all over again. What is a Gooner? Okay, I don't even think I wanted to acknowledge that. I should have just not acknowledged that. So there we go. And then Figment's over here quoting Lion King. Yeah, I know what a Goonie is. Okay, there he goes. Everybody says just drop it. Yay, I'm a Goonie. We'll just leave it at that. There's like, so right now there's these two 12-year-old kids who are like, hee, look what he said. That guy's so dumb. Whatever. I don't know. He just says that he wasn't a fan. I'm not sure why. We'll have to have Mike on the show and then ask him the question. So. Yeah, don't tell me if it's not family friendly. Okay, and there we go. We're going to throw that in here. Oops, let's get this right. Boom. They do. You're not wrong. And then, you know, it's funny, it's life that sucks the soul out of it. Because here's the thing, and it's really funny. I was reading a very interesting article. This has nothing to do with tech, by the way, but I still want to share it. I was reading this very interesting article about slang, because slang is such an interesting thing. But slang has a lifespan of about 3 to 5 years, and then there are very few words that actually make it past when a generation hits the age of 18. Because what happens is that it is 77002. It is another peel, but the other thing too is you can see that the NVMe doesn't go that far. It's for 2211 PS 22110 NVMe's, not 2280, so I don't have to peel that. Yes, it was. Yes, that was what it was. But here's the deal. What happens is that then that generation goes to work, and then they start saying those words at work, and then all of the people who are their bosses, which are people my age and young and a little bit younger, they're like, stop, speak English, and then it dies. So it's like pretty much we crush the soul of any slang that goes beyond this, because there's just a point in which they can't use it, because then they're like, ah, you boomers, ah, you millennials, ah, you Gen Xers, and then they're like, ah, shut up, we're your boss, stop using that language, and then it stops. So it's actually pretty funny. So yeah, that had nothing to do with tech at all, but that was just an interesting thing of like, we're the reason that it just dies. So, all right, let's go ahead and get our cooler on and go from there. Crushing souls is the highlight of my day. There we go. Oh yeah, here we go, guys. Getting our cooler stuff out here. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that older people ruin our. That's why dude and radical and all those things all went away too. Because we used to do it too when we were kids, and then we got our bosses were like, please stop, please, stop using those words that mean nothing. But they do mean something, dude. They're like, no, they don't. Shut up. I wonder what a Robey Soul Crusher remote would look like. It's pretty much just Robeycat. Robeycat like works for all scenarios. Okay, let's get this stuff out here. And we want LGA, it's probably this one, LGA 1700, in this case 11851, which is fine. There's that. And then there's our extensions, and that's, we don't know. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember that. You're the man now, dog. That was from, it was Sean Connery who said that at one point in time. What? I don't remember what movie that was in though. Okay, there we go. Let's get that. Okay, next up, let's grab our connections. Your soul is mine. Wow, that got really dark. This has gone to the next level. Z-Man, my goal is to make my boss feel awkward and walk away when we talk. Yeah, that works for a little while until it's time for a promotion, and then you're like, remember all those times you made it awkward? Yeah, you're fired. And then you're like, what? I didn't do anything. Yeah, you made it awkward when we talked. I would just say, do what's best for your career, not necessarily what's best for your language. But, you know. Oh, that's right, Finding Forrester. You're right, Araxis. I knew it was, I did know it was Sean Connery, though. Igor, thank you for the gifted subs. Easy Company, also thank you for the sub, as well as Wimpmeister and Chatty B. Which isn't Chatty B, isn't that like a world-renowned pop star? Isn't that somebody? Oh, maybe it's, no, not Cliffy B. That is not a world-renowned, he is not a world-renowned pop star. He is the developer of Gears of War, but not more than that. All right, there we go. There we go, and then we want these up top. Yep, just like so. You'd think after a while I just know how to do this stuff off the top of my head, but when you start installing so many coolers, they kind of start to run together there. Okay, there we go. Getting that in. Let's get some screws down on that one. Poll is up. I've been doing some fun gaming, not as cool or as like life shaping as yours though, Figment, where you're like doing like realm firsts. I've been playing a lot of, well, not a lot. I've been playing Expedition 33. I pretend it's a lot, but it's not. That game's good. There we go. Sure it's straight. Okay, I'm making sure that I put this the right way, because yes, okay. Just want to make sure it's right. Doom, so I want to play Doom the Dark Ages, but I'm waiting for the path tracing patch. But I agree, Doom is awesome. They did such a good job. I know it's kind of polarizing a little bit like the new Elden Ring, but I will say that I really like the gameplay style for the new Doom, and I love the exploration in Doom 33. There we go. Doom is good. Not Doom 33. Doom the Dark Ages. Doom Eternal is the, but I'm talking about Doom the Dark Ages. I love the exploration. Doom 33 would be pretty cool. Could we imagine that one? Yeah, Doom Awakening is what? It's the 7th, right? Or is it the 11th? It's soon. Doom Awakening, I definitely know we're gonna check that out. We're supposed to get codes for that, so I'm actually excited to check that out too. Doom 2 is the standard, Z-Man says. I love the OG Doom. So why would you say, Z-Man, why would you say Doom 2 and not OG Doom? Oh, wow, okay, so 5th with early access, okay. I don't think I have early access. We'll have to see. I know we're playing it for Intel Live, so we'll have to see what it is. I like, yeah, on the Xbox 360. Okay. Let's see here. Need our cooler thing. What? Oh, Landsworth from. I didn't even know there were codes in Doom. What were the codes in Doom? Oh, yeah, that's right. When you hit the tilde and you put them up in the menu. Tedgar, thank you very much for the Tedgar. Thank you very much for the sub. Yeah, I remember that one. I really do like Doom Dark Ages. We do have a parts graphic. Yeah, I'll show it. I'll show the parts graphic right here. For those who are waiting for me to take stuff apart, here is the parts list for what we're putting inside of today's build. We have, here it comes, the Intel Core Ultra 7 265K. We're using the ASUS ROG Strix Z890-F gaming Wi-Fi, ASUS TUF Gaming, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070. We have the Kingston NV3 2TB NVMe drive. We also have the Corsair Vengeance RGB 32 gigs of 6400 mega transfer RAM. The Lian Li Lancool 207, which is the case we're kind of showcasing today. Thermalright PS120 SE. This is their Phantom Spirit SE air cooler, and then the Thermalright Tough Power GF3 850 watt PSU. So those are all the parts that we have in today's build. I think that's everything out of this. I'm going to take one of these off. I'll figure it out which one here in a minute. Let's put our thermal paste on here. Go from here. Thermal paste time. Ugh. There it is. Looks like a little poop dove. It's pretty interesting. What do you got on your? Do I have any? Oh, there it is. I have one. I've been keep taking these, and then I only have one left, so I need to get more. Andrew, why did you say? Like, I enjoyed my time. I haven't finished it, but I did enjoy playing Veligard. I know a lot of people who finished it and played it. I like the original Dragon Age, but I just hope they don't mess up Mass Effect. There we go. There it is. Okay, that's all. Ooh, that was buttery today. Very buttery. Okay, I am very low on cleaner here, guys. Very low on cleaner. Oh, you're very well. We're very welcome, Crazy Caterpillar. That's awesome. I helped you with that. That's awesome. Yeah, you guys want me to try and draw Robeycat? That is going to be brutally bad, but we will give it a go. Okay, we're gonna do some Robeycat thermal paste art. I'm just preparing my canvas here. Yeah, dude, we need to light an effigy. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get the cat so I can look at the cat and try and see. We'll see how close I get here, okay? Okay, here we go. Let's go to top down. I'll let you go. Okay, here we go. Robeycat thermal paste art. Zooming way in here. Okay. So he's got a tail. Here's the tail. Let's start with that. It's a little bushy. And then it goes rounded there. Okay, so it's rounded. And I've got like one paw here. And then that kind of goes up. It's already looking like a monkey. Then we got another paw that's kind of crossing over. It's kind of like a forward one there. That kind of goes like this, and then there's another paw right here. Comes down and then kind of goes over. So there's that, and then it kind of comes up. And then there's the main face, okay? Like the little ears. There we go. And then he's got my glasses. And then he's got a very creepy mouth. And that's pretty good, actually. Yeah. That's pretty good. And then I got little eyes.
You've got the creator of Robeycat.
There we go. Look at it, it's captured. It looks so good. That's literally the best thing. And then he farts. He's a very farty cat because he ate some fish. There you go. Just added some fart bubbles there because I feel like you just got to have a little bit of an element of. And there we go, guys. Robeycat thermal art, so good. There it is. Okay. Well, we love you, Robeycat. You look amazing. Oh my God. Blah, he's dead. There goes Robeycat, crushed by the Phantom Spirit SE. His soul lives on to clean and survive beyond the world.
Robeycat, yeah, where you at? You're a feline human hybrid who's mostly cat. You can see him sitting there near a stack of fans. Likes to cuddle with the zip tie man.
There we go. Even had the Robeycat song planned for you guys. There we go. Even though he's dead, he's been crushed. But there's a song. There it is. Kevin just goes, "There's a song?" Yes, there's a song. Of course there's a song. Oh man, I gotta get this on here. There we go. Okay, there it is. I thought the drawing was quite good. Oh no, maybe I start drawing streams.
I'm the original creator of Robeycat.
He is. Brian is the original creator of Robeycat. Okay, there it is. Cooling is done. So does that mean I have to ask your permission to do drawing streams? Is that how that works? Like, is that what you're saying? Like, copyright Brian Combs? Like, all of a sudden, this is starting to sound like a very difficult business conversation. So yeah, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, now I'm afraid that I don't have rights to my own stuff. The machine's larger than me. Why don't we have Robey Dog? Because I wouldn't do that to a dog. Here we go. I like how it's like Blondie's question to answer. He's like, why do we not have Robey Dog? Like, as if like Blondie is like the one who determines what we do and don't do. Blondie, everybody knows Blondie has all the real power is really what they're saying. Okay, there we go. Oh, what am I doing? Dude, I'm not even doing this right. Literally, I'm like, my mind is broken, guys. They're like, somebody was probably watching that going, why is that guy doing that? And nobody said anything. They're just like, I'm just gonna go with it. So we'll get some low profile RAM. We have low profile RAM, so this should be able to go pretty low. Looks crooked. Well, it probably is. We're not at the right place yet. You guys know me. I'll make sure it's straight. Make sure it's in there. Get in there. Get on, you little. There it is. I would not put this on a 14900K, no. This is not enough cooling power for a 14900K. Though, I mean, like, honestly, it's different now because ever since they changed, like, they went to, like, standards, you know what I mean? Like, improve, like, what, like, made sure that the motherboard manufacturers had to follow Intel standards now. I don't know. I'd be curious to see how this would do on a 14900K now. Maybe it's not as bad as we think. Okay, let's throw my, there it is. There's so little RGB in this, guys. Just realized. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, take our couple fan headers, throw that on here like that. Who said no? Robey dog? Everybody is like, dude, they're voting on it. Okay, there we go. Took that out. People voting on Robey dog. Okay, you guys, you know what's gonna happen is, it's Brian's like tough sell. Okay, we'll have to see. We'll have to see, guys. Okay, we're gonna throw this in here now. There it is, okay. And then we need to grab a zip tie. There it is. I don't know. We don't have a Meshify 3 XL. The Meshify 3 is actually, no, it's next week. It's on the schedule for next week. We actually already have the art and stuff for it and the parts list and everything already ready for that build. So I don't know about the XL, but we do have the Meshify 3 coming up. Thursday's build is the height. The height build is coming up on okay, I wonder if this, where is the, oh, it's down there. I think you talked about that. That's right. Kevin talked about the fact that this board does not have an RGB header at the top, which is kind of interesting. So we have to figure that part out. But yeah, we do have the height Y70 build on Thursday, and then we have the Meshify 3, and then I think we have the core, the next one is the Dark Flash or something like that. We have that build coming up. We have a number of new builds, new cases that we haven't done yet. Height Y70 is a commission. So we have that one, and then we have another commission coming up as well. So we only have like one commission left. I haven't taken any other commissions. We have one somebody who's interested right now, but we don't have any commissions currently because we've been so far behind on them. We need an entire line of Robeytech animals. Do we need? Need is such a strong word. I don't know about need. We're gonna throw this on here, just daisy chain these RGB together. Oh my gosh, that case, the 4500X, the Corsair 4500X, that triple chamber, I wanted so bad to do a build in that. I am so excited for that. So I'm hoping we'll be one of the first people. It's up to, if we're not the first people to get to build in it, blame RT Final Boss. You know exactly who to email because it's his fault. Okay, let's take a look at Dad Joke here. He's like, that turned really quick. Okay, here we go. Sundays are always a little sad, but the day before is Saturday. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Sundays are always a little sad, but the day before is Saturday. So, GT Beakerman says he wants to see more. We do have some coming up. We have a 2500, Corsair 2500X build coming up, so that's going to be micro ATX. That's going to be fun. We have a really cool giveaway for that as well, and some other things too. So yeah, we do got them. I didn't get that dad joke. Turdog, what? Saturday. What's the day before Sunday? Saturday. So if it was a little sad, but it's a Saturday. So, yeah. Can somebody help Turdog? Like, just help him understand? So would you rather game all night on Saturday or go to church on Sunday morning? DJ Techno, I just game all night on Saturday and still go to church on Sunday morning. I just do it both. Okay, let's be honest, I don't actually game that much but it's not because of church. Yeah, but I really like undercover Xbox. There you go. Wow, that song got really loud all of a sudden. Hey, what's up, Brian Tech? How are you, man? Everybody's trying to help him with Saturday. He's like, I'm just kidding. I get it, Turdog. Turdog's like, oh. Did this song just seem to get a whole lot louder? It feels like it did. It feels like the song just got really loud. This website is in. Oh, let's just, whoa. Oh yeah, there we go. Put this back so he can actually see what's going on. Okay, so now we got this all set. Everything's ready to go inside. Doing good, Brian Tech. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the bottom. This is gonna give us down to the PSU shroud. After I take this off, sorry. There we go. Get this stripped. Now we're gonna remove this. Then that pops out. And as you can see, we've already got things rotated down here at the bottom for the side PSU option. This is our PSU extension. We've also got inside of here, you can see we've got a GPU sag bracket built in. This is what I was talking about though. Check this out, guys. Look at how far, this is how far the rubber grommets go. This thing can handle massive, I do mean massive, massive motherboards, right? So you can see EATX Plus all the way up here. Built-in sag bracket. You can move the fans up and down. Currently, we have to set this for GPU mode, which is like more balanced, or you can move them both up to all the way to do CPU mode. It's got you can do up to 3 fans here on the top shroud, or you can move these to underneath, but then you lose the drive trays. So pretty cool. It is BTF capable, so you have BTF compatibility. And then you also have like a removable bracket for installing AIOs and all that sort of stuff as well, which is actually pretty straightforward. You end up removing most of the top of the whole case here. You can see that there's a single screw and then this whole thing pops off and it makes it really, really easy. To be honest, Lian Li just does a really great job of making sure that you can do the build the way that you want to. So we're gonna pull this out. And this is the configuration it comes in. So you can see it already has 4 fans. It's got 2 200s. There's like literally, guys, here in the front. Like, just look at the size of these things. There it is. Look at the size of those, man. 200 millimeter fans just sitting up there at the front, which is great. And then again, you've got a power cable, power button here, and you've also got a power button down here. So you've actually got 2 power buttons, which is actually pretty neat. So lots of little innovations there. And then of course, then the back. Flip that off. Straightforward in terms of toolless. And then we have our box of extras. It's like, that's a big box of extras, by the way. Also filled with some awesome styrofoam, should you need that. I don't know what you would need it for, but you never know. I've used them for all sorts of interesting things from time to time. MSRP off of the top of my head, Blondie, I don't know if you have it. We're supposed to have prices in the build. I think we're supposed to have prices in the link, but I don't know if she has them right off the top of her head. As you can see, it also comes with a hub and RGB hub at the top. It comes pretty well cable managed as well, which is actually pretty straightforward. So we'll actually end up running our AIO RGB up here to the top and then run that down to the bottom. And then, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. If you just click on the link, Blondie, it should take you to let you know what it is. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff. for this case, which is actually pretty nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the AIO installed and then go from there. Ugh. Let's grab our stuff. Here it is. Our box O screws. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this. Oh man, I forgot I had this, dude. I keep forgetting this is in my pocket. It's me as a Doom character. There's me as a Doom character, guys. Because I got these from PAX, and then I keep forgetting I keep putting them back in here. And there it is. Why is it? Oh, there we go. I was like, yeah, you're not. There it is. Me as a Doom character. There it is. So yeah. Yeah, Cole. That's the. There it is. Doom: The Dark Ages Robeytech, right there, that I got to do and got those done. They're pretty cool, right? We're gonna make them as stickers. You can buy them $200,000. It'll be nice and cheap. Okay, here we go. Let's drop this. Let's drop this Mobo in. Ugh. Easy peasy. There it is. Mobo looks good. Grab our screws. Yeah, guys, make sure that you hit the likes. Remember, if we get 150, we always do a giveaway, which is what we do, a $25, $10 Nui gift card. I forgot what it was, Blondie, because we haven't done it in so long. There we go. Getting this screwed in. Oh, got to zoom out a little bit so you guys can see more. Hide the cables and all that stuff here. Yeah, 250 for $25. Yeah, so if we get 250 likes, $25 Nui gift card going out, guys. Blondie, check. Actually, if you look at the description of the YouTube, all the prices are there. Oh, the fan lineup. Hey, that's how it works, right? It lines up the way it needs to. Yeah, it's only 35 bucks, which is the thing that's so crazy. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about Strix boards, is the boards just look really good. And then when they're all lit up and stuff, they look so nice. There we go. Okay, let's get this up here. There it is. Got a couple more here. Couple more screws that have to go in. If Meatloaf was a PC builder. There we go. I'm hoping that we get chosen for the 1440p beta. Because then we can take our streams to 1440p, guys. On Twitch. Yeah, 4K would be even better. 8K would be even better. 24K. Coming to you live from 24K. What's wrong? Why not R1 CDG? Okay, there we go. All the stuff is in. Okay, let's get this cables. Okay. Okay, so we have a couple cables here. Oh, I should have routed that. Might be able to do this after. Let's see what we can do here. Try and route these in so we can just hide this stuff behind. So what I'm doing is taking apart these that I connected earlier. I'm going to route them through the BTF area here. There we go. Route all this stuff into the BTF area. Okay. Route this stuff through too. So we have all the cables through. Okay, there we go. So that's all that. Makes for a cleaner looking build. Okay, awesome. Now, do this here. You can reconnect these up. So then that'll be, these are connected, these are running off of our CPU header. So we run our fan curve. That'll be good. Okay, there's that. And then the other thing too is we're gonna take this right here, and this is gonna get plugged into one of these up here. There we go. Okay, so there's all of our AIO and everything's all daisy chained together now, which is good. Case is 120 bucks, guys. There you go. This is why we have Blondie. Blondie's like, I'm on the prowl to get you the info you need. Okay, let's get all of our case stuff run now. Okay, so what do we got here? So we have all of, ooh, I think what he did, if I'm not mistaken, is he ran these. Maybe? Let's see what we can do here. See if we can run these in between the BTF and not through here. Oh, it works. Okay, so we ran that through the little gap there. It might not be the right direction there. So I do this, right? Okay, so that runs there. Okay, so that works. Okay, so that's routing that. And then we're gonna take this is our USB-C. Route this also through here. Nice, it fits. Okay, perfect. HD audio? Something tells me that's not gonna fit. Trying to get the HD audio, because I think the HD audio is gonna have to go far over here. Run this through here. Come on, HD audio, you're gonna go here. Can I get you underneath? Not really, but it's not too bad, so we'll just go up like this. Okay, and then we have an RGB header, which this can go under here. Maybe? Nope, it cannot. So these will go up as well. So there's all of our cables run up. Do I have anything else? We have a SATA cable we need to power for the hub. That's all the cables. Oh, power supply. Oh, there's power, front panel. And that's gonna go right here. It's already routed. All of our cables are pretty easily routed there, guys. Okay, so let's put this down and plug them all in now. I'm not gonna be able to let them, they can't see this from the top down here, Brian, so you're gonna have to like show them the. You know, that's always a fun thing. Okay, so first we're gonna do right here, plug in our front panel. Oh, come on. Keep losing it in my hand, okay. It's that right there. This is going to be really hard. Oh, that's front panel. Okay, good. I found it. Okay. See what I could do here. Wow, these fans are making it very hard for me to. Okay, we're gonna start here and then I'll do that one separately. The first one we're gonna do is this one. This is our USB 3.2. We're gonna come up here and do USB-C. Question is, which direction is it? There we go. There's USB-C, USB 3.2. He's trying to show you. Okay. Okay, over here, we're going to do our front panel. Not our front panel, our fan hub. We go right there. There we go. And then we need to grab our RGB connection. There we go. 2, 1. There we go. Last one is just our HD audio. That goes right there. Okay. Great shot of my hand. There we go. So there it is, guys. We got all of it. He's trying. Yeah, it makes it hard. So there we go. We got our HD audio. So HD audio. Then we got our front panel RGB. Sorry, our hub RGB. This is our hub fan connection. And then I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna try and get this front panel in, but the front panel is gonna go on these pins at the far end down over here. So this is the front panel connection. I'm just gonna have to lift it up to make it fit. So I'm gonna work on that right now. And then we have our other connections already in. So let me see if I can do this with this angle. There we go. Okay, so everything's plugged in now. Okay, so everything is plugged in. Now I'm just gonna do a little bit of cable management. There's not a ton to do, but there is the build as it looks, right? It looks pretty good. It's very dark. It looks very dark. That's what it looks like. It looks dark. But it will look, when it has everything else, it should look really, really nice. But let's see what we can do about getting some cables cleaned up back here. There's not a lot to clean up, I'll be honest. So let's go to top down and get some cleanup here. Hey, Robey, I bought this case coming tomorrow. Oh, Jose, dude, I think you're gonna be happy with it. There's a lot of flexibility with this case. I think it's, it's for people, it's really people, and this is what we said in our review, it's just, you have to be down with the wood, right? As weird as it sounds. Wood is just one of those things that, like, not everybody's gonna be into the wood aesthetic, but I think as a case and what it's capable of, there's a lot of potential and flexibility with what Lian Li's done here, which I think is great. It would fit in the bat cave, yeah, because it's that dark. There we go. Let's clean this up. We're gonna put all the main stuff under this. There we go. Not a whole lot of stuff to kind of control here because of just how it was routed. Oh, that'll look really good, Jose. Yeah, I think you'll be really happy with this case, dude. I really do. So congratulations, my man. Okay, that's all clean. Let's see what we can do to make this look a little bit cleaner. I wonder if can I get this to that short? Not quite long enough there. I think I might, just to get it a little bit cleaner. There you go. Zip tie that across there. If you need an SSD, this wouldn't obviously be useful, but for me, just because I want to keep this at 90. There we go. we go. Just one more zip tie here. Clean that up. There we go. Okay, and then we'll do one more here just to keep this nice and clean. It's all about cleanliness. Cleanliness. Oh, we got another dad joke. Okay, we'll get to that here in a second. Almost done with my cable management here. There you go. I think this is all looking clean. That looks fine. That's for the PSU, which we'll deal with later. Okay, so let's do this now. There we go. Oh, it's good. Okay, let's look at the dad joke real quick. Did you hear about the circus fire? Did you hear about the circus fire, Brian? It was intense. It was intense. It was intense. Yeah, there is some back. We did a back connect not that long ago, but this does support back connect, which actually would look super clean in this one. It was intense, guys. It was intense. Okay, so there's all of our cables connected, all that stuff. So let's get our GPU in. We're in good shape. Front looks good. Everything looks great. Clean, which I like. Okay, so let's get our GPU now. Intense, fearing intense, because circuits are intense. I don't know if there is a 50, I know there's a 5090 BTF coming. Which chat is open here? There it is, okay. Fearing, he goes, oh, I was hearing intense instead of intense. So, yeah, it's a play on words. Yeah, I know there's going to be, I don't know if we have one yet. Here it is, guys. Beautiful. Look at that. It looks good. Nice looking car. If you can afford the 5070 Ti, I would get the 5070 Ti. 5070 Ti is by far my favorite, and it's just gonna last that much longer. But if you need to get it, I'm not gonna say you're gonna be slumming it terribly with the 5070, but the 5070 Ti is just, I think, a better card, personally. Got some peels here. Peel. 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 How very appealing. We did it. That's a pretty car, dude. Really very nice looking car. I think there is a white version. I believe there is a white version of the 5070. But the 6700 XT is a bigger number. I will say the jump from 7,000, 6,000 to 9,000 is pretty significant just because of FSR4. So if you can afford to wait and get a 9000 series Radeon card, I would definitely get a 9000 series over a 6 or 7000 series. No, Martin, because it's this. The case actually has a built-in sag bracket, so I'm going to use the built-in sag bracket, which is off towards the back. But yes, that does. Yeah. Okay, there we go. 2 slots. Okay, 2 slots. You know, 2 slots. There we go. 2 slots. 2 slots. There he is. Oh yeah. Oh, let's remove the extras here. Let go. Yeah, I was like, what? Why are you being so hard? Let go of the card stuff. Okay. 2 slots. Boom. Perfect. Looks good. Looks good in there, right? It looks so good. Okay, now we're gonna have to use a little bit of Brian Eagle Eye Combs here in a second. Make sure we get this appropriately non-sagged here, because it is currently sagging. But we will fix that. Okay, Eagle Eye, you ready? Up higher, lower? It went down. It went down.
We should get a little level. Or so we can put it on.
Yeah, it would. That looks level-ish, not level. It needs to go higher, like you said, which is what you said. There we go. Ooh, that's too high. It does stay really strong. Looks good. Okay, I'm just double checking. Like, I don't know why. It looks good. There we go. Okay. So now, guys, all we got to do with the build and everything in there, now I got to do is put the PSU in. And we're going to do the side-mounted PSU here. So as you can see here on the back, you can actually see there's a plate that you can switch. Like, we have it switched here. You can either take this plate off and move it over here, or we're gonna use it here, and then we're gonna actually put our PSU so the PSU holds sideways. So again, and we have very few cables, and the cables can run straight up to the case. So actually our power is gonna be right here. So we're gonna get that done now. So R1 CDG, we actually have that in our review. The 5070, if you go check the review, it actually has Fortnite in it. Yes, I can't read your name, Sifisher. This will do do the largest size EATX board, and it'll even do workstation boards. So the fans that we have these are intake. They're just reverse fans. And you should watch our review because it tells you all this stuff if you just want to know. Cole, they're reverse fans. So they're intake. Okay, this is CPU. There we go. And then I need a SATA connection. I don't need that. I don't need that. I need SATA. There it is. Yeah, it's a SATA cable. Yeah, this one's too happy. We need something SATA. And it even, like in my review, I talk about what each fan's performance is inside, like all the options for buying, all that sort of stuff is all inside as well. So it does make it easier for you to just know everything. Come on, let go of the PSU. There it is. There we go. Let go of the PSU. Give it to me. Power is the. No, the sorry, the. Oh, it's in here. No, it's not here. Oh, there they are. I was like, where's the PSU screws? They're there. I knew they were around here somewhere. I found them. Just had to look for them. There we go. PSU screws. Put that away. Okay, there's that. PSU screws. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to grab this right here. It's off the side. There we go. There we go, that'll take care of that. Nice, Mr. Enosa. That's a good option. If you get, like I said, if you can get a 5070 Ti and save for it, I think you'll be happier. Not to say the 5070 is a bad card, it's just, 5070 Ti is just, it's not that much more, and it just feels like it does that much more. There you go. That's all. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, let's, the other thing I'm gonna work on here is figure out the best way to route this. So we'll put this right here. Yeah, I'm gonna try it the other way. I'm gonna try. Okay, there we go. Everything is in. So now what we're gonna do, flip that around so you guys can see everything. Let's get our power plugged in here. CPU. Go. And then we have one SATA cable, because nobody's SATA about plugging in SATA cables. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip this over. Last little cable getting plugged in here. Okay. Let's get this screwed in. As you can see, the power is there. And we're going to just start them all, just to make sure that we have room to adjust as we need to, if we need to. There we go. One more. All right, let's get them all tightened now. And then we'll just take this. There we go, flip it on, so it's ready to go. Okay, so that's all good. Now, all we gotta do is route our other cables. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll get that up. Okay, so here's our first one we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this one. This is for our hub. So our hub has full power. Okay, and then let's get this, see if we can get this to align in a way. So now what we have is we have this nice, clean, way to kind of go. Take care of those. It's easy. This one is just got to go right up here. So flip it over. There you go. It actually might be fine if it might be a little bit popped. There you go. Okay, takes care of that. And then last cable, I'm gonna run all the way up in here. We'll clip that in and then figure that out. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that's all in. Okay. Now all of our cables in the back, pretty clean. So here's how it looks in the back. In the front, so there it is. There's the build all ready to go. So Martin, you can switch it. You can do side or you can do standard. We just wanted to show that you could do side if you wanted to, but you can do it either way. It makes it a little easier in terms of routing cables because they have kind of almost like a straight shot, which is nice, which is pretty easy. So there we go, guys. There is the build. So let's go ahead and start putting it back together. Then we'll run through our sponsor and then we'll get it turned on. Go from there. Build went pretty quick, but we wanted to kind of ease back into the building process here. There we go. Back went on very easily. There you go, that goes on like a magnet. Pretty straightforward there. Let's throw our top on. There we are. Last little part here, to show how that shroud works with the PSU cable. There it is, see, plenty of room, just goes right over the PSU cable. And there you go. There it is, the build is done. What do you guys think? It looks pretty clean, right? I mean, we haven't turned it on yet or anything like that, but it looks like it looks nice and clean. So there is the full build all done. It's got a little bit of that wood cleanliness to kind of keep things looking good and clean and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, let's see if we can fix this one thing in here. Let's rotate that a little bit. There we go, that's better. Okay. Make sure that everything looks nice and clean, right? I like the case, it looks smart. This makes you look like you're an intelligent PC builder. And there we go, guys. Okay, so let's get this off to the side. We're gonna run our sponsor real quick, and then we'll turn it on and show you guys a little B-roll, like all pretty and on, and then we'll go from there. So let's get our sponsor section done here first, though. Okay, so let's say, for instance, you get finished with a build like this, and it's time to put on a copy of Windows or whatever it was. So you can go over here to VIP-CDKdeals.com, because if you were going to pick up something like this from someplace like Newegg or something like this would be, a couple $100, you know what I mean? But here at VIP-CDK Deals, you can pick up a copy of Windows 11. Right here is Windows 11 Pro for $32.67. But if you click here and hit Buy Now, it was $32.65. If you use Buy Now and hit RBCK at checkout, hit Apply, what was $32.65 drops all the way down to $22.85. So again, significant savings. These are OEM keys, so that means that as long as you don't change the motherboard, they should last as long as with upgrades and everything like. But then even again, if it were to expire, you'd have to buy literally 5 of these or 6 of these to equate the cost if you were to buy it at someplace like Newegg or at Best Buy. The other option that you also have, if you're doing summer school or anything like that, is you can pick up a copy of Office 365. Here's Office 365 for 5 devices. Regularly, this would be, what is essentially $30 a month, but here you can get it for $45.97 for a full year for essentially 5 devices. So you now have 5 devices that have access to all of the Office stuff. And instead of $45.97, again, same thing, buy now, use code RBCK at checkout, hit apply. And instead of $45, it drops down to $32.18. The best thing about it, guys, is honestly you get rid of that activate Windows. You allow it to customize. You can use things like Windows dynamic lighting and all that sort of stuff. So it's a great inexpensive way to have a licensed version of Windows, and at the same time you can get rid of that ugly thing that's in the corner all the time and be good to go. So VIP-CDKdeals.com and then use code RBCK at checkout to save money. Okay, so let's go ahead and, oops, I messed up one thing. I'm gonna fix that. And then last part, before we jump in, is also don't forget, if you guys see a build or something like that you like, you can always head over to Robeytech.com. We have things like builds, budget builds, with performance. So here in the build section, you can actually see all the builds that are happening in June so far that we have ready to go. Here's the Lancool 207 build. It actually has the parts. It has a link to all the parts. And then the live stream will show up here later on as well. Now for budget builds, if you're looking to spend a little bit less, we have all these different budget builds. So here's a $1,600 9070 XT. Here's a $13 5060 Ti. We have 5070 Ti, 5080 build, so a ton of different options here. And then you can click on these and actually check out not only the parts list, but also performance and a link to actually follow along if you want to build it yourself. So a lot of stuff here as Robeytech continues to be more and more robust, and you can just bookmark robeytech.com. Great place to get that stuff and all that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, it's right. So right now our guy Tom is not here. He's the one who usually does the website. He's currently in Philadelphia, so we knew it was going to be a little touch and go, but that stuff will get updated and be good to go here pretty soon. So anyway, VIP-CDK deals, and make sure that you check out robeytech.com. Now let's get to turning the PC on. That seems like the next best thing here. There we go. Okay, so let's get this in. Get this set up. Oh, zip tie count. No, we don't. We've kind of gone away from deals because it seems like people weren't really using them. So we don't do deals anymore. All right, here's our zip tie count. Sorry about that, guys. Top down. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Even 10, an even 10. There it is, 10. Okay, now we can do will it post while we get this all plugged in. Okay, here we go. Let's get all this stuff done. Plugged in. Oh, I forgot. Oh, wait. Oh, this goes, I was like, where does this plug in? Oh yeah, I forgot. It plugs into the bottom because it's already here. Okay, so the power plug, if you do sideways, is down here on the side. So it's right, just so you guys know. So if you want to know where to plug this in, if you have it sideways mounted, that's where it goes right there. I don't know why the music just stopped. That was weird. Okay, let's take these out and this out. And there we go. Keep this out for later because we always want to see it post first. Here's our network connection. By the way, look at the amount of I/O on this. Show the amount of I/O on that one. Like so much I/O for so much room for activities. It does have a mind of its own today. Okay, so let's go and grab cables here. There we go. Okay. Throw that in there. And one more right here. I live in a state of odd. Okay, there we go. And one more connection. There he is. Okay, so we have all that stuff now. Everything's ready. I see lights, so that's always a good sign right there. 3, 2, 1. Now you have two places you can push power. You can push power up here, or you can push power in the front, but we're gonna do that one. Ooh, that's a good sign. Smells like beef stew. Wait, no it doesn't. There it is. PC is on, guys. PC is on. There it is. Let's go to capture. See what happens. Waiting, waiting. Waiting, waiting. Waiting. Oh, 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 it's there. It's there. I see it. Do you guys? There it is. Okay, okay, there it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into F1 or F2. Yeah, here we go. F1. I want to see. Okay, there it is. Let's see here. XMP enabled. Rapid storage is on. QFan control. Okay, let's go to F7. AI tweaker. There it is. It's right there. All you got to do to turn it on, all you got to do is turn 200S boost on, and then we're automatically gonna get it performance. So let's do a test with it off and with it on, just to see it. But there's the setting right there for 200S boost, and then it basically works. And that one, if you turn it on, you still get all of your warranty and all that stuff too. So I didn't change anything, but what the heck is going on with that music, dude? It feels like this is like, it's giving. Okay, there we go. That was a weird song too. It was like really loud. Okay, fixed. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna just restart, pop back in, and then we're gonna get it ready to do, we're gonna run one Cinnebench with it, and then we'll put on the boost afterwards. So we're just waiting. Okay, so it's popping in now. Oh yeah, it's okay. It's all loading in, so you're fine. No, you're fine. You're getting, look at it. This is when you have, it helps to have such an artiste on the camera, so you get beautiful looks at the PC and all that sort of stuff, so which is always good. So, yeah, it wants us to party in like the worst possible way, I gotta say. Okay, so let's go here. We're gonna duplicate these displays. While he's still finishing that up, I think all the colors, there it goes. It all went the same color there. Oh yeah, that's just typical. Oh. What happened? Oh, the signal just went away. Oh no, it came back, okay. Okay, let's see here. Let's open up Armory Crate. Okay, so there it is. And now it will. It'll all go nice now that I found the update here. The TUF showed up here. Dune Awakening coming soon. Here looks good. Ready to stream. Let's get rid of that. Perfect. Okay, just letting that install. Let's put in hardware info while we're at it. Okay, so there is hardware monitor. Okay, let's go ahead and go to capture for now. See what we're getting stuff set up here. Okay, get everything here. See if we have Cinnebench while we're at it. Okay, we do have Cinnebench ready. We're gonna get one more shot with it once it gets done here. So we should be able to go to RSync now. After a reboot, I think. Just finishing up its install here. Let's do last other thing. Feature library. So we're just getting our cooler thing installed. Okay, so we have everything ready here. We just want to run a curve real quick, guys. There we go. It's installing the feature library. The ghost of PC past is hunting, Robey. What does that mean? That sounds dangerous. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's get our fan curve, and I also want to see, yeah, let's get our fan curve, skip once. So there's our fan expert. So we'll run this real quick, and then we should be able to see the GPU. Hopefully it'll go the right color here in a minute. Let's check our aura sync. Yep, there it is. ASUS TUF. Select all. Then it should be all the color. There it is. Look at that. While you're taking a look at that, then I'll let this run. There you go, guys. You switch to you're in control, right? Okay, so there you go. Now it's all set. The colors are all set. There we go. Now it's all green and beautiful, or yellow and beautiful is what it's supposed to be, but it looks kind of greenish, but that's okay. Thank you very much, Cyber Aurelius, for the sub. Remember, guys, if we get to 250, we'll give away a gift card. We already unlocked one for a level 5 hype train just because we haven't done a giveaway in a while. Make sure that's set up. Is that all set up for you, Blondie? While we're waiting for the curve to get done. Yeah, so we have a $25, so we'll just set it up for exclamation point. Okay, so $25 lift gift card up for grabs, exclamation point community. This is just for hitting the level 5 hype train. There you go, guys. $25 up for grabs, and then we are good. Okay, well, guys, we're gonna say bye to Brian. Say bye, Brian. Bye, Brian, guys. So we're going to be going to just our regular stuff now and just get our show our thermals and stuff like that. Make sure we're good. Let's throw our glass on because we got to test our thermals. Look at that. Perfect timing. There we go. Thermals are ready. I think. Put all these on and set them for setting. What I'm doing right now is I'm just setting everything for GPU temperature as well just for the ones that are, so it'll run the larger fans for the GPU as well. So there we go. Okay, so we've got all that set and we've got it auto-tuned, but once we hit that for GPU, if the GPU heats up, we should actually see temperatures change there as well. So that's all set. Okay, so let's go ahead and test this with, what we're gonna do first is we're gonna test Cinnebench without Core 200S boost, and then we'll see with, right? So here it is right here. Voltages, our package is currently sitting at 38. Let's pop open Cinnebench. Oh, it's already open. I was like, why is it taking so long? It's already open, Robes. Okay, let's go to 10 minutes. We're not gonna run for 10 minutes, but let's go ahead and hit start. So there's our multi-core. $175 watts. Not really doing a whole lot. 180 watts, still sitting at 74, 75. Let's see what kind of Cinnebench score we end up pulling. There we go. If you can point that one just kind of at the system, that would be good. So there it is. It ran. It ended up pulling a 31806, and there it is, still sitting at 79, 78. no problem, still pulling 200 watts and just having no problem kind of keeping the air there. So there we go. So we'll let it go one more full run, and then we'll keep it at that one. It went back up 31,781, so it's going more towards 32,000. Temperature's still getting a little warming up there, but it's not running all that fast. So, but 8082, which is, you know, pretty typical, and again, it's just kind of keeping air moving here. And then, all right, 32,180. Okay, so let's stop that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna restart. Cajun Diesel Man, congratulations over on YouTube. You are the winner. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna activate Core 200S boost because it's free. Might as well show it. Okay, so here we go. So we'll head over to F7, go to AI Tweaker, change this to enabled. And there we go. So now we've got 200S boost enabled. Let's see if we get anything higher here. But we are now overclocked, and we've seen anywhere, so I've heard reports from anywhere between 5 and up to 16% performance improvement when using 200S boost, because it does a bunch of stuff. So, and remember, this is free. All you got to do is if you have a Core Ultra 200S series CPU, just got to go in your BIOS, as long as it's the latest Z890 BIOS, and you can just click this, and then you basically get free performance. Yeah, it's free performance and warranty, and you get to keep your warranty. Hey, BVMC Daniel, thank you very much for the sub. Okay, so let's see if we notice any boost. And it may not show up in Cinnebench, I don't know. I know they've seen it specifically in game development, but yeah, no thanks, not right now. So right now our package is there. Pop this open. 10 minutes, and we were at 32,000. So let's see if this is any different. See what temperatures are. Wait, power is about the same. It's actually, fabric timing, memory, it does a bunch of stuff. It actually doesn't affect clocks at all. Oh, geez. So 34, it jumped 2,000 points. 2,000 points just off of that. You guys literally saw it jump 2,000 points off of the initial boost. So that was actually, and that's all it took. So it's actually a lot of stuff that it does. It's not just CPU frequency. And in fact, I have a video coming out on Tuesday that talks about it. But yeah, so that comes out on Tuesday. But there you go. You just literally just saw it. All I did was turn it on. Temps are the same. Temps are the same. It's a little bit warmer, but it's 30. It's now going higher. So it's 34,406, and the highest we got was, so it's 2,000 plus right already. And that was off the first run. And it's kind of sitting right at 34. Yeah, see, it's even higher. It's 34.5 now. So yeah, you saw it. There it is. That's like what, 7-8% right there. That's pretty cool. So yeah, and all you have to do is if you have an Intel Core Ultra 285K, 265K, or 245K, you can just go and turn it on. Okay, so let's take a look at gaming now. Just gonna run a couple games. First one will pop in, Cyberpunk. Let's open GPU tweak just so you guys can see it. Because this is an ASUS one, so this will be a good one to do. There you go. This is the latest version. How we doing on likes, guys? I don't care about the mobile module. Let's give it a second just to make sure that, because I got to make sure that that one gets done. 160 and a 250, guys. Yeah, YouTube doesn't bite and it's free. Just go and hit your likes. Just downloading the stuff real quick and then we'll get going over from there. It helps a tone. What kind of tone does it give you? What kind of tone are we getting out of this? No, but I might. Turdog. Am I? Just waiting for the install to finish, guys. And we'll restart and just check a couple gaming temps. B sharp. All right, there we go. Let's go and restart. One more time, and then we'll be able to get going. Go hit those likes over at YouTube. 77002, no, not since updating my BIOS. So I haven't, and there is no CPU degradation on the Core Ultra. Completely different architecture. So there's no, on Intel, there's nothing like that on the newer ones. On the 14, I run a 14900K as my main game system right now, and I haven't had any issue. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so we're just waiting for the game to come back up. The system is ready. Let's go ahead and get our OSD on so we can just see what our temps are. Okay, so we'll turn the OSD on. You can see, we can see a lot of stuff here. Here's the GPU, which again, because we have, well, it hasn't loaded yet. Hopefully it will. There it is. This is the GPU, and because it's NVIDIA and it's a standard one, you can actually see there's more here. Okay, so let's go to our OSD here. Friend to all, I don't think so. Not at this point in time, because it's been so long, right? Okay, so there we go. We can see our data there. Because it's like they came through and they did it when they said they did it, and the fix was actually the fix. And so there hasn't been, like, outside of some people who haven't done updates or they may have had the system before. Plus, you have a 5-year warranty, right? So even if you do have something, like, they'll replace it, no questions asked. So yeah, I mean, I feel like Intel really did do the right thing to deal with the situation. Is it ideal? No. Would it have been better if they didn't have the issue? Yes, but you know, given that they did, I feel like they did right by customers by just making sure they were like, look, blanketly, we'll just make sure it's covered longer, and second, we'll if there is an issue, we'll give you 5 years. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's good to know, Araxnus. Yeah, exactly what Turdog just kind of said. Okay, so let's go continue without an account. Make sure that we're good there. Oh, it's still recording. Go, perfect. Waiting. I'm actually impressed to see what they've even done with the newer stuff, right? Like the fact that 200S, like Core Ultra 200S Boost came out is actually pretty crazy, right? So it'll be interesting to see how things continue to be that way. Okay, so here we can see CPU and GPU temps. The main reason we just do Cyberpunk is just because it does a great job of stressing everything, so it'll give you at least a really good idea of where you're going to be from a gaming and CPU temps for gaming and CPU, on both CPU and GPU when you're running a game like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and lock into this. So what we'll do is we'll go to graphics. It's just ray tracing ultra DLSS transformer. We're at no frame generations. This is just standard as it was meant to be played. Obviously the game set it here, so let's run the benchmark and see how this is. And what we get from a temperature, GPU and CPU temp. Right now the CPU is sitting at 75, GPU sitting at about 55 right now. So we're running 80-ish frames per second. This is with DLSS, no frame gen. It's running nice and smooth. Your GPU temp is at 58, your CPU temp is at 60. What is your left shoulder saying no for? Now, if you wanted to play with path tracing and all that sort of stuff, you would definitely need to go up to, you would have to run frame gen or MFG. Yeah, we actually sent our team there too, but they weren't able to cover anything because we ended up not knowing about it till later. There we go, 60 degrees GPU and CPU is sitting 60, 63. So your GPU and CPU temperatures here are gonna be no problem. So let's run something a little bit more, let's run something a little bit different, right? So that's like kind of like a more of a killer game. We'll throw some Doom in here and then we'll call it. So you guys only have a few more minutes to hit those likes. So go ahead and hit those likes, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, Turdog. So let's go ahead and throw in Doom the Dark Ages. Just check that out a little bit. Give this a go. See how this runs. I'm sure it's going to run beautifully. Yeah, Raxus, we'll see if I'm going to see about adding game streams back in. It's all kind of coming back, especially for the next couple months. We should be able to start adding some stuff in. But right now, we're just kind of we just now have our team at full scale. So there's a little bit of trepidation before we start adding stuff back in. Yeah, Doom is fun. This game is super fun. It's loading. it's doing. Definitely here. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. Not first time, not running. Okay, we're gonna stop the game. Try it one more time. Dude, this, what is up with the music in this freaking... Okay, let's try it one more time. That was weird. It might, sometimes it's the OSD. I will say OSDs can really cause problems. So sometimes it's not the game's fault, it's the on-screen. I know, I got rid of it. I was like, what the heck? Thank you very much, InBeam. I wonder if it's this. I wonder if it's this. I wonder if it is. I don't think it really matters. Let me do this, yeah. I think it's a... I'm guessing it's this. I'm guessing it's the OSD, guys. Okay, let's try this one more time. Ooh, I love chicken enchiladas. Because I definitely know this game runs very well. Yeah, see? It was the OSD. We can do it this way, though. There we go. We got some performance metrics. Okay. There you go. Now you can see the frame rate. So we'll not go, and so we don't ruin any of it, we'll go here. Let me see what's going on here. It feels like this resolution is off. Feels like, doesn't it feel like it's running at, it's like, it feels like it's running at a weird resolution, which is interesting. It's NVIDIA, frame generation, let's turn it off. DLSS is on. Put it at quality. Actually, we could probably run it at DLAA, I wonder. Oh, let's actually just run it quality. Film grain, field of view, enable HDMR off. That also probably doesn't help. Everything is set right. I just don't understand why I can't change my resolution.
It is under lockdown.
That looks
There's
better
a key
though.
in the nearby church. Route in the location.
Yeah, so we're sitting at 109 FPS with everything maxed, but the resolution. I mean, maybe maybe it is right. Yeah, so this will give you a good idea of what Doom is like. And then again, you have like all these discoveries and all that sort of stuff. This game is so fun. I mean, it really is. This game is super fun. So there you go, 100 and plus FPS in Doom, the Dark Ages. We're even running at quality. We're not even trying to make it look bad. There we go. And this is at 1440p, by the way, guys, if you're curious.
The cultists are traitors.
There we go, got the
Ground
key.
zero. Key located.
Seems kind of gross. So, anyway, guys, hopefully that gives you a good idea about the build, how it runs, all that sort of stuff. Again, huge shout out to Lian Li for sending us the case for us to check out. And obviously, also huge shout out to you guys for being here and letting us stream and do the build and all that sort of stuff, guys. It was, yeah, everything was at Ultra Nightmare. So yeah, that's where we're doing. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. You guys glad to have us back, and obviously Brian being here and doing the shoots and stuff like that. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. There is a white version of the case. Yes, there is a white version of the case as well. So if you want to get white, they do have that. And then how are we doing on likes? And then, yeah, we can do parts list one more time. So here's a parts list one more time that we just got finished putting inside of it. So we have the Intel Core Ultra 7 265K. We have, hold on, let me fix something real quick. 265K, the ASUS ROG Strix Z890-F gaming Wi-Fi. The graphics card is ASUS TUF Gaming NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070. Kingston NV3 2TB Gen 4 NVMe drive. Corsair Vengeance 32 gigs of 6400 mega transfer running at XMP. The Lian Li Lancool 217. Thermalright PS120 SE ARGB. And then, of course, we have the TUF Power GF3 850 watt PSU. So that is everything just coming in at just at $2,000. Anyway, guys, that's it for us. Thank you so much for all the likes. Thank you so much for all the subs. We are back on Thursday for a Height-Wise 70. We're doing a $4,300 Astral high-end build. So that should be a lot of fun. That's going to be happening Thursday afternoon. And then we're back again Tuesday next week doing the Fractal Meshify 3. So that's kind of the stream schedule for the next couple days. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Have an amazing rest of your night. And we will see you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys. 2 p.m.